what's up, guys? Joe here, the seller of recap and recap accessories, I'll tell you what, and I'm here to talk about that awesome UFC Fight Night Paris card. So, enough talk. Let's get to the fights. Because our main event was Ciryl Gane and Tai Tuivasa. Oh, this main event was insane. So early on, Gane is just utilizing his longer striking with like hard snap kicks, long jabs, and just these like thunderous, massive roundhouse kicks. First to the leg, then the body, and and he tried the head kick at one point, and or in the first round, he tried the head kick, and was blocked, but it still hurts. You're swinging a baseball bat at a guy's head, basically. Especially, probably more so for heavyweight. And in the second round, though, this is when it starts getting insane. Tai Tuivasa knocks out Ciryl Gane, kind of. So Gane himself said after the fight, "No, I went out." But that could have been just him being cool, because like the two guys it was really awesome because they were like laughing and joking and like talking and smiling in the cage the entire time. It was really cool seeing that like camaraderie between them. It was awesome, great sportsmanship. A+. I loved it. But Gane recovers, and then he lands a massive body kick to Tai Tuivasa. He starts swarming him, trying to get the finish, and Tai is clearly just, oh! But then Tai lands this massive left hook that lands. I don't know how it didn't decapitate Gane. Gane stumbles, but doesn't get knocked down. And honestly, just tons of heart. They both just get at it, but I thought Gane, again, won the second round. Even though the knockdown, I've had this conversation before, I think, on here. I want to know how important is a knockdown. If I'm losing the whole fight against somebody, but I knock them down, like clean, or probably the whole round, specifically, not the whole fight, but the whole round, I'm winning, or I'm losing, and I knock them down, though. Do I win the round? I don't think so, personally. Like, I think that's a huge moment in the fight. And I think it should take into consideration if a round is like a little closer, but someone's pulling ahead of me, but I knock him down. I think that knocks me above him. That's kind of how I look at it. But so, I don't know. But I scored it for Gane. Third round, wild too. Gane is just smashing the body. He hurts Tuivasa. But he's just like, Tai is just biting down on the mouthpiece. Keep going, keep trucking forward. He's like gritting through his teeth. Just, oh. He even plays possum at one point, I think. He takes a head kick and he wobbles harder than Ian Kutalaba did when he claimed he was playing possum against Magomed Ankalaev. And he starts firing back. It was insane. We were like, oh my God, did he play possum? Oh my God. My whole living room was like freaking out. I work overnight, so I woke up early for this card, and I'm so happy I did. It was so amazing. But eventually, let's be honest, heart is important, but everyone has a durability number. It just takes that shot. You know what I mean? And eventually someone's going to go down. Dan Henderson has one of the greatest chins ever. He went down. Mark Hunt got knocked out before his legend of his chin grew massive. It's just how it is. And the body gives out. Gane starts swarming. Nasty combination. A brutal combination. With a hammer fist to the back of the head. But that's like a gray area because they were on the feet. Like, Tai was like ducking over because his body was so hurt. He gets hit with it, and that kind of bounces your head up like, oh, I'm dizzy now. And he gets, clobbered. So it's a weird gray area. I'm like weirdly okay with it, but I can't act like that isn't. I'm not going to say that isn't a gray area, for sure. And it's a KO win for Ciryl Gane. Wow, though. Like, if this was a retro review, this is a 10 out of 10. Amazing heavyweight fight. Amazing heavyweight fight, and I really hope Tai Tuivasa stays in this upper echelon of the division because he's super fun, he's young, and he's just, honestly, man, he's just a barrel of fun every time out. I love watching him, unless he's, like, just getting wrestled and grappled for over and over, but, I mean, he sounds great. I loved it. I love seeing Tai in the main event. I'm a big Tai Tuivasa fan. But for Gane, I think Curtis Blades is next. I think it's too early to rush him into like title contention immediately. I mean, he's in contention, but like he isn't like a number one. I don't think he's the clear number one still. He just had an interim title fight or undisputed title fight. I don't know. I think it's too early. I think Curtis Blades is next. Both guys need to knock someone else off to solidify their spot. So why not each other? And then for our co-main event of the evening, we had Robert Bobby Knuckles Whittaker, Marvin Gothma Vettori. He looks like him. Sorry, no offense to him. I think he just reminds me of that orc. It just kind of shows you, like, the joke is Robert Whittaker is going to dismantle and embarrass and hurt every middleweight that isn't Ciryl Adesanya, even though, I mean, Whittaker's a champ as far as I'm concerned. He beat Adesanya last fight. I've watched it 3 times now. I still score it from 3 or 4 times. But anyways, first round, Vettori's pressuring. His offense wasn't as effective, though. He's doing really good pressuring, but Rob, his footwork's really good, and he's defending well, and he is landing some big counters. So I think that's a clear, in my opinion, that's a clear Rob round. Thinking about it, I understand arguments for Vettori. I just really don't think so, but whatever. Second and third round, Vettori tries to pressure him. Bobby Knuckles just starts pushing back, though. Snap kicks at the middle. Big punches. Big head kicks. He is dominating him on the feet for these last 2 rounds. Just dominating him. Nearly knocks him down. Nearly knocks him down multiple times. He's wobbling like a couple times. Just couldn't put him away. Because Vettori, as we know, is made out of human armor. Costa, the hardest hitter in the division, couldn't do anything to him. And, hurt him, but, didn't knock him down. And, I mean, Izzy didn't beat him up on the feet. Or he did beat him up on the feet, but, he just kind of outpointed him. He didn't, dominate him, didn't knock him out. Didn't hurt him, really. It's insane. Vittori's got a crazy chin on him, too. Absolute domination, though, from Whittaker, from the guy I say is the middleweight GOAT. That doesn't have to be your opinion. I'm right, but, that's, whatever. I think he's the middleweight GOAT because I don't count anyone that pops hot like Anderson Silva. But, I mean, crazy domination in those last 2 rounds. When the first round was competitive enough, I thought. Second and third, wow. And it just shows you how big that gap is between Izzy and everyone else. And what's next for them? I don't know. Vettori lost to Izzy twice. The first time I saw the Vettori fight, I actually thought he won, embarrassingly enough. Then I watched it again, and I was very much embarrassed at how wrong I was. Ugh, it made me, a little embarrassing tidbit of myself. But if, is Whittaker do we just give him another title shot? Just so that we hope the judges are better? I don't know. Honestly, it kind of makes me go, man, I think I'm going to root for Pereira just because I think I want my boy Bobby Knuckles to get another belt. And I think Rob beats up Pereira because his last name isn't Adesanya. And for the rest of the card, Imavov beat Joaquin Buckley 2 rounds and ignored the ref to keep going at him. It was awkward. It was weird. It was douchey. But whatever. He looked really good. But then after dominating these first 2 rounds, pretty easily, I thought, Buckley comes back hard to win that final round and nearly gets the finish a couple times. Great comeback from Buckley. I'm not a Buckley guy. Excuse me. I'm not a Buckley fan at all. But, dude, I love that show of grit. Just get out there, letting it all out. F it, awesome stuff. Roman middleweight Chase Hooper Kopilov. He KO'd Alessio Di Chirico in the 3rd round after landing some gnarly kicks that helped set up his big left hand. Southpaw orthodox fight. You kind of just see how it is. And then Nathaniel Wood out-wrestled Charles Jourdain, who I'm starting to really like. I think he's a lot of fun. He might put him on my boys' stable, honestly. But he exploited the weakness of Jourdain that we saw in the Shane Burgos fight. Burgos was holding him down, able to out-wrestle him, just kind of hold him down. And then, Jourdain can really do nothing about it, and unless they were on the feet. Weird. But it is what it is, I mean, Nathaniel Wood did look good, though, I thought. I thought he looked good, despite him just, wrestling and holding him. I thought he looked good on the feet. I mean, I thought he wasn't out of it on the feet. But that's it for me. I'm out for now. But if you really miss me, and I know you do, it's okay. Just admit it. It's fine. I miss myself sometimes. Then I will be here next week to recap the weirdest matchmaking in UFC history, I think. Tomorrow, or today, actually, when it comes out, I'd imagine, is the preview show I did with Carl. I love doing those. They're so much fun. It's so cool just to talk about fights for hours on end. It's great. And I think me and him have really good chemistry. Check that out if you want to see how wrong I could potentially be. But we all know I'm never wrong, right? And it is a pay-per-view week. So another retro review from this guy here on the main channel. I'm excited. I get to talk about the greatest fighter ever. So, I mean, come on. And if you want to see what that is, you can, at the end, I believe, of the preview show, I spoil, or I get to reveal what it is, what the event is. But anyways, I'm Joe with the INC, and thank you for watching.